Hey everyone, welcome back to another awesome video. Today we're testing out the best Adobe XD and the best Figma plugins which are new and which are very useful. So without further ado, let's just get started with this video. I will be giving the timestamps of both XD and Figma, so whichever portion of this video you want to watch. I am now also on Instagram posting daily content, and I also do live streams and face-to-face conversations on there as well. So the first Adobe XD plugin is an icon plugin called Berkey Icon. And basically it pulls fonts from Font Awesome and converts those icon fonts into these amazing looking icons. So if I want, I can just select this artboard. I can insert these amazing icons in here. And they look really good, and they're all vectors, so you can edit them on your own, or you can change their colors and stuff like that. It also allows you to select what category you want. So if I want a solid icon, not a lined icon, I'll get all these really cool looking icons from here, and obviously I can insert them wherever I like. Also, I can quickly just search for something. So if I want to search for food, as you can see, we get all the various food options. I have a fish here. I have a fish here, I have a burger, I have fork and knife, and I have... What is this? What kind of food is this? The next plugin is called Faker for XD, and basically allows you to put fake text or fake data inside your applications. So no more using lorem ipsum, you can use real actual data from this plugin. So as you can see, I have my name here. I can change it to maybe a random address, and maybe a street address, and say generate Puneet Chawla new 31962 Domenico Pike. So some random random address has appeared here, and of course I can just edit and make it look like that. I can even choose from a huge set of different options. Finance, what is this about? So here, as you can see, you can bring in currency symbols. So various different currency symbols you can generate. Dollars, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that currency is. So some very random currencies you will get with this. So the next plugin for XD is called Brand Fetch, and this is an amazing plugin. As the name suggests, you can basically pull brand icons, colors, and fonts from their website. So all you need to do is just search for whatever brand you're looking for. I'm going to search for Facebook, and basically it should be able to fetch, as you can see, all the different logos they use. So I can just drag and drop it here. And is this an SVG? No. So this is not an SVG, it's a PNG. So that's one little problem we're having. You really won't be able to edit this. But apart from that, I think everything else is really cool. I can just drag and drop, that's quick. And if I want to change the color of something, I can always do that. I'll just press this color. As you can see, it's changed, and change it to some other color as well. See, it looks good, looks really good. And as you can see, it tries to pull as much information from their website. So we have this cover image, we have their logos, we have their colors, and also we have the fonts, which is Helvetica Neue. So the next plugin is actually very useful for every sort of UI or UX designer. We often take notes on sticky notes, but when we don't have sticky notes, especially at home, we can use something called stickies in Adobe XD. If I click on this, as you can see, it asks me for a particular color. I love blue, so I'll choose blue, and I'll add a note here. So I want to say complete home page design. Cool. And once I have an artboard here, I'll just say apply. And as you can see, it's put a sticky note right in here. I know it's not 100%, it's not 100% faithful. You can't really rely on it completely. Another thing very similar to stickies is called task list. It basically allows you to create a task list here in XD. You don't have to go to Google Keep or Evernote or whatever you use. I'll just write in complete stuff and complete stuff and add. And as you can see, we have a task list here, and I can check mark as soon as I complete. I think this is really taking Adobe XD's plugins to like the next level. The last plugin for XD is called Whiteboard, and it basically allows you to create whiteboards here in XD. So if you're a UX nerd or if you're trying to practice UX, you don't have to choose another tool. You can do that right here. As you can see, I think card sorting is a very cool practice. I'll just click on card sorting and it should create a card sorting framework for us. So we have all our cards, we can write inside here whatever we want to write, and it does stick just like that. And it can overflow, so try not to do that. Apart from that, it also has this card sorting board here, so we can just drag and drop wherever we like. And they've given a really cool explanation. So if you're a beginner in UX design, I think this will be really cool to study how all the different sort of whiteboard activities work like. And as always, you can change whichever color you like. You can just pick the color from here. You can give different cards different colors from here, and it looks super clean and super awesome. And you can even start drawing. So if you want to start drawing here, I can say start drawing. And what I can do is then draw over this. Wow, look at that. How cool is that? That is what I call a real powerful plugin. Moving on to Figma with amazing Figma plugins. So let's begin with the first plugin, which is called Clay Mockups 3D. And basically we often find it difficult to put these amazing mockups into Figma. We have to find them online and then import them and then do the other stuff. But here what you can do is create custom stuff here. So I'll just type in a random hex code here, and as you can see, it's changed the color, and these devices look so good somehow. I don't know how they're pulling this off, but this looks so good. Of course, you can choose between these preset angles as well, or you can just say, okay, I'll rotate my camera or the device in a certain way. I can also change between iPhone 11 and Pixel 4. So if you want for Android, you can even do things like this. And you can even create an empty frame, so there won't be anything here. And I'll say save image. And once that is done, what it'll do is just import it into Figma. So the next plugin is very irrelevant. It's not super useful, but I really like it. It's by an Indian developer. So the name is in Hindi. It's called Jali. And basically what it does is allows you to create these cool patterns which are called Jali in Hindi. And as you can see, it basically has applied this cool Jali, which is just a pattern and nothing else. And the best part is this pattern is basically just a number of vectors just collapsed into one. So you can basically edit it as much as you want, change colors and do whatever you like with it. So the next plugin is called Bookmark, and if I zoom in here, I'll just select the border of this Jali and I'll go to the plugins, and inside plugins we have this thing called bookmarks. And under this I'll say add bookmark, and as you can see, it's basically added the bookmark as a vector. So I can name it anything. I can name it Jali, and or I can just ask it to use the layer name, but for now I'll just add the bookmark. And anytime during your workflow, you can just go back to plugins, go to bookmarks and just say show bookmarks. As you can see, Jali has appeared here. And if I click on it, it will basically navigate me to that Jali or to that element. So basically it's not creating it. It's basically creating a library for you to navigate. Best part is you can even search for something. So if I search Jali, I will of course get Jali right here, and I can see it either in a list form or in that card layout form and add on the go as much as I want right here. Okay, so the next plugin is for guys like me who basically are very lazy in creating cool vectors or curves in Figma. So if I just as you can see, I can just put a curve right here, but it might not be leveled, or it might be, like something like this. But I can spend time fixing this, or just select it, go to plugins and have a really cool plugin called Simplify. If I click on Simplify, it basically, see how it's simplified that curve, and now we don't have that bump which was there about a minute ago. The next one is also cool. For that, I'll just bring in some or the other image. Let me check. Let me bring in some random image. So I have this image of a kid lying around who's lighting this candle, beautiful. What if I want to edit this image, maybe add some cool filters to it? I can do that now in Figma. If I go to plugins, I have a plugin now called filter. And if I click on filter, basically it runs the filter. It might take a second or two to load the image right here. And you'll be able to see all the things that are happening right here. So I can, as you can see, there is sepia. I can increase the sepia, changes like that. I can change the tilt shift, so I can increase the blur, change where the blur appears. So like a complete image editing tool in a way. I can even fiddle around with the settings, not gonna do that. Coming back to presets, I can set presets. So if I am using a certain preset in a project, I can apply that to each and every image. And if I click on this button, I can say save as new image or save as a separate image. I'll do save as new image and say save as new image again. As you can see, it basically brings in a saved image and just keeps the original as it is. Look how cool that is. And it's basically done the entire thing for us. And basically it's not really changed anything to the image. It's just processing it over probably the internet, pulling out an API and doing it that way. But it looks really, really awesome. I hope you liked that video. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click on that bell icon. I post every Monday and Thursday. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Puneet Chawla Official. I'll see you next time. God bless.